Welcome to the preview of the biology end of course tutorials that we are offering. Uh, as you can see, this is our home page, so this will be the landing page that you would go to after you put in your login information. The login information would be received after we receive your order for the tutorial program. As you can see, we're divided up into sections. We have a video introduction of how to use the Biology Tutorial Center, and then we have a list of objectives tested, your content tutorials, test taking strategies, practice test, and this is what I want to show you first. This is our unique test analysis, and I feel this is really what our program has that other tutorials do not have. We go through each question of the last biology end of course test that was released by the Texas Education Association, and we show you how to solve it. And I'm going to give you just one sample. Let's go look at question 17, okay? And I'm going to play it so you can see how we actually do this.
Question number 17. When the level of carbon dioxide in the blood is too high, the excess carbon dioxide reacts with water to produce carbonic acid. The carbonic acid causes the blood pH to become more acidic. When the blood pH becomes too acidic, chemoreceptors in the brain instruct the body to react to maintain homeostasis of the blood pH. Which of these responses by the body would eliminate the excess carbon dioxide and maintain the homeostasis? Okay. Here's your key word. You have too much carbon dioxide. What is the opposite of carbon dioxide? If you have too much carbon dioxide, that means you need more oxygen. So the whole point of this question is, what can you do to get more oxygen in your bloodstream? Okay, body temperature has nothing to do with that. Increased glucose levels? No, sugars have nothing to do with it. Breathe more deeply and frequently. Would this give you more oxygen? Of course it would. Let's look at the last one. Decreasing the heart rate. That would slow your blood flow, and that would actually provide less oxygen to your body, but it wouldn't have anything really to do about the blood pH. So the answer to this one would be C. When you read the question, once again, there's a lot of this question really has nothing to do with the answer. All this in here. One thing you need to know is carbon dioxide is too high. You need to balance it by getting rid of the excess, which means you need more oxygen. No?
And that is a sample. We go through every question on the test. There are 54 of them in the same manner. And basically, we show you how, if you don't know the answer, what a good way to try to figure it out is, how to eliminate and how to make educated guesses. And then, as I said before, we do cover the objectives tested on the biology end of course exam, and we divide it up by categories, and we also show how many questions are on the exam from each category. Then when you take the sample test and you use the key to grade it, the key will have codes that goes back to these codes that's in the objectives tested. So if, say, you miss 8 on the exam and 6 of them you see is under one category, you have a pretty good idea what you need to go in there and work harder on. Then in our content tutorials, the content tutorials are broke down to vocabulary. Vocabulary is extremely important in biology. There's a lot of different areas of the test that uses biology terms, and this is something that you really need to spend time on and study. As you can see, we have covered quite a few vocabulary words, and almost all of these words were in the last one of the last 3 EOC release tests. And we do allow you to also download this and print it out for study purposes. And then after that we cover cell structure and genetic functions, genetics, evolution and classification, interdependence within biological systems, There is study material on each one of these that you can go through and look at. And then finally, in this last section, we have music videos. This is a very unique way of learning different things, the concepts, because these videos are all set to, very common songs. Like this DNA song is set to YMCA. And trust me, after you hear this, it sticks in your head. You will remember what makes up DNA once you hear that song. So there are music videos, and we are adding more music videos as we go. Once we find them that are able to use and not soundtrack. Then finally, we do want to show you that we have included several test taking strategies. And basically, we have it broke down to general guidelines on taking tests, how to take multiple choice tests, and as you can see, there's a lot of hints on how these basically are hints at how to try to find the answer if you don't know the answer. Process elimination and educated guesses, and a whole section on reducing your test anxiety, which is very important when you're taking these these tests that are very important. Like obviously, an end of course test, you have to have it not only to graduate, but good scores in your end of course will help you get into the college that you want. Then obviously we have a practice test for you to download and take, and we have the answer key for the practice test, which we had talked about earlier. We also have a place where you can send us questions. If you have any questions about any part of the tutorial, or you have information, or you just have suggestions you want to share, please contact us. We really like hearing from you. And if you really need questions, we'll help you as much as we can. So that is the biology tutorials for the biology end of course exam. We really think that if you go ahead and order the tutorials, it'll help you, not only help you pass the test, but help you get a very good grade on the test. And it's a one-time fee. There's no upselling or no additions. If you do not pass the test for some reason, you still have access to these tutorials to study for this, when you take it again. But you will pass it, and very good luck. We hope you do a great job on all of your end of course exams.